I don't know what is going on with my body, y'all. Old age is real. Like, bitch, old age is fucking real, girl. My body is tired. This is the first time I got back on YouTube, and girl, my body is. I'm finally checking in with my body, and everything is so locked up. Are y'all having the same thing where you just not getting around to the routines? And you just notice such a drastic change. Am I the only person who has noticed that? I mean, it's shit that has never ever happened before. Like I said, Age of Aquarius is blowing my mind. This is some real masculinity, first time ever. So this is really good. This is really, really good. But I mean, just moving from that wet to the dry. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Yeah, people have been acting bananas. Has anybody else's neighbors been acting out recently? Everybody's been feeling that. I thought they said that. The cabin fever. Everybody got it. It's real bad. I said, when we got a leader that's weak, well, we'll see. It's a weekend, so we'll see. But I wouldn't hold your breath. They telling me. So, but girl, I mean, this is stuff I have never experienced before. It's good. I mean, this is stuff I usually do anyway. Around this time, I usually go through these things. But, now in comparison to where I was last year, or the progressions last year, or the year before that, or the year before that, I have never, ever just noticed so much with my own body chemistry. So, sinuses too. Somebody said sinuses. It's sinus cavities. Everybody's been leaking. I had leaking, just everything like leaking. It was so weird. But, because it's a part of like unlocking your body is that it locks back up. And I noticed it today. I said, ooh, this is locking back up. But it's part of the process. It's a part of the process. So it's a part of the process. It's okay. Yeah, you see, and they are chatty. This is the first time in my life I have ever experienced multiversal energy that could be considered a chatty Cathy. I mean, I can't get these bitches to shut up. So more power to that. I mean, these bitches were dead silent. Whatever they did, more power to that. Because girl, these bitches went from not talking, dead silent, to literally talking my fucking ear off, girl. Chatty fucking Cathy, girl. So more power to that. Because it's just masculine energy. Dudes do that with each other. They talk shit about each other all the time and they keep it pushing. That's how dudes roll. And that's masculine. So this is a masculine energy. This is probably the truest time we'll ever really even be able to keep the shit pushing. Because, and I had to tell somebody else this earlier today. Neurochemistry and neurodiversity and biodiversity that includes neurochemistry, you have to consider that at our most neurologically advanced self, we are animalistic. And that meaning when encountering and experiencing biodiversity, you're also going to have neuro challenges as well. And to think like an animal in those neurologically, chemically induced, catalyzed moments is exactly the point. We only use so much of our brain power as human beings so far. So when those opportunities for biodiversity come up, it is really integral to just remember the animal state and evolutionary, which I really hear in that statement or in that phrase or that key word, really happening in a scientific observation and a scientific method. You're able to say in that neurologically, chemically induced moment or catalyzed moment, hey, I feel some type of way. And it reminds me, or it triggers, or it hints at this particular learning I experience watching, viewing, or referencing animal nature. I like to call that organic, natural matter, truly, or the environment, more proper. Okay? So I just think that is just really important to just always, even when talking about things that may seem the most far out from the natural world, natural matter, to also include it as a part of the natural world. Evolutionarily speaking, we all became this way because of what? Trial and error. The scientific method, some may call. Just doing what we do. So I like to have those moments just be highlighted or emphasized throughout the day. And I was just going through my, daily meditation, daily check-ins, and I was just noticing like there's a lot more fluidity, but then again, I'm noticing where the actual tension locks up. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like so locked up right here. And I'm like stretching and I just noticed that drastic change or that drastic, observation, and wanted to get on here really quick and check in with y'all about it and just see, is everybody else having that weird, like psychosomatic, almost dystopic, but you're not dystopic, you're just psychosomatic, you're like really in your body, and you start to notice different parts that you've noticed before and routinely check in on, yet there is this sort of highlighted energy. One almost says arache, but there is a particular energy that when you're viewing, you get energized, and it's neurologically animalistic or neurologically environmental, which I think is really important because it allows for neurodiversity, biodiversity of neurochemistry, biodiversity more proper to occur. A lot of times people need to experiment. People need to try out some things. People need to observe some things, text to text, text to self, and text to world. And it's trial and error. Evolution over generations. Not just you, not just your family, but your all of your generations of your family. So it's just interesting. It's just really interesting to talk about as a healer, as a messy reader, as just somebody online, just as a YouTuber, or just as folks who talk and check in about different stuff. So, well, I'm gonna go now. I'm checking in on my YouTube now, doing my self-care. But I just thought I would get on here really quick and check in with you all and see what is going on. So yeah. We'll do more of the Oya Oshun. If you know Oya Oshun, she's in the house. That's Ori Oshun Ori. Some stuff we'll talk more about. We'll talk more about it. Okay, but it is, if you want the proper, it's Ori Oya Oshun. Oshun, Ori Oshun. You can say it like that, or you can just say Oshun. This variation, unlike English, where the principal conjugation it's the second part the root that you want to focus on. So Oya is the arache, actually. Or you can consider Oya and Oshun is the arache. But Oshun doesn't really do araches. It's kind of interesting, like if for Oshun to do an arache, because Oshun is, I would argue, one of the most, if not the most holistic Orisha, or Ori, there is a particular negotiation to having that energy that not necessarily encompasses or outshines the overall message, but it is so holistic that it embodies the message as well. So I like to say that me, y'all know me, it's Ori Oshun, but or Ori Oya Oshun. You will say Oya first because of the type of arache, actually, but because of the arache. So yeah, we can talk more about EFI Ori work. I haven't checked in on my other Ori students recently, but yeah, Ori is my favorite thing to work on, but it is honestly the most complicated. So, and if you don't know what that work is, it can get, but it's also not that complicated. It's pretty simple too. Ori simply is what you is some, the English would call it a steam. That's why I don't like when people use those terms like, ego and all that stuff, super ego, because they don't study psychology. They don't know what the super id even is. So how you gonna talk about the ego and not talk about the super id? You don't even know what you're doing. I don't like that. So, and I like to call Ori work like your esteem, your inner confidence, your inner guide of true intuition, true nature, pure in its own mixture. Okay, so there's that. But yeah, Ori work, you can look it up online. It's Google searchable. And it talks just about, you know, it's, some people got offensive, but fuck it. Head. It talks about your head. Talks about your head, your crown. I don't like the crown. I don't like the crown energy. I don't like the crown. I like saying head. Talks about your head. Okay. You get your head read. Okay. So, I like to do Ori work because as a millennial, I'm just gonna tell y'all, as a millennial, y'all be tripping. We be tripping. And Ori work it help ground you in a metaphysical, psychological, psychosomatic almost, but psycho way that really allows you to navigate it. And I like to use this word autonomous. It really gives you your independence. Ori work is the best work to give you to give you your independence, because it allows you to connect to actually the not only structure of EFA, but the real actual legacy, I like to call it, the pedagogy, paradigm, ideology, thought. Well, there's a little bit more than ideology. So, but yeah, the culture, really just the culture. It really, for me, minutely, EFA Ori work helps with culture. Helps me with culture. So I like it because it's like auto translator, but also, I don't know, it just allows you to be like, oh, okay, I can understand on a larger level because I do this type of work. So, but yeah, all right, vas-y, ciao, ciao.